Okay, so when we discuss punishment versus reinforcement, the first thing that we have to decide is where does this fit in with psychology? And the answer for that is that we study this when we study operant conditioning, because it's all about determining how punishment and reinforcement can influence our behavior. Next, we have to decide how that works. So punishment is meant to stop an undesirable behavior, whereas reinforcement is meant to lead to a continuance of a desirable behavior. So this is all about getting a test subject or a child or whoever we're trying to perform operant conditioning on to either stop or start or continue desirable or undesirable behaviors. So the tricky part is that there are two types of both punishment and reinforcement. There is negative punishment positive punishment, negative reinforcement, and also a positive reinforcement. So, the first thing that we need to take away from this is that negative and positive do not mean good and bad in this case. It's more like mathematical. So negative is taking away and positive is adding to. Punishment is negative and reinforcement is positive. So, or good and bad. So negative punishment is taking away. So whenever you see negative, think taking away. And then if it's a punishment, we're taking away something they want. So an example of this would be taking away their toys if they don't clean their room. Because the action of taking away their toys would hopefully lead them to stop being messy, so stopping an undesirable behavior. For positive punishment, so think positive means giving something. So if it's a punishment, we're giving them something they don't want. So let's say it's a child at the dinner table and they don't want to eat their vegetables. So positive punishment would be giving more vegetables when they won't eat what they had. So again, the child doesn't want to eat green beans, so we pile on more green beans and we say, you can't leave the table until you eat all of these veggies. And so by punishing them, we're trying to stop the undesirable behavior of skipping the vegetables. So for negative reinforcement, again, negative means taking away, but with reinforcement, it's taking away something they want you to take away. So they don't want whatever you're taking away from them. So for example, if you ground your child after they do something bad, and then they clean their room or they get a good grade on their report card, and you want to reinforce those positive behaviors, you will take away the grounding. Or one that always works a little bit better for some people is if your child is screaming in the car and they don't like, say, country music, you'll turn off the country music once they stop screaming. So again, it's taking away something they don't want because they did something right. So you take away the grounding or you turn off the country music because they started doing a behavior that you want them to keep doing. So then for positive reinforcement, again, positive means giving something, and in this case, it's giving them something they want. So, example, giving a child a piece of candy if they load their plate into the dishwasher. And we can take all of these and say that these are just different ways to either start or stop undesirable or desirable behaviors. And if you just remember the taking away and giving something, and that punishment is bad and reinforcement is good, you should be able to get it from there.